Good morning, how are you? Hope you are having a delightful day. Look who I'm with Jamie, and we have got an exceptional show to you. So welcome to Live Shopping VIP. Now, how do you buy with us? It's really simple process. If you're watching live online, so that could be Facebook, that could be Instagram, and it's probably going out all out on yours as well, hopefully, I expect.
Yeah, hopefully.
You can type it in the comments, and of course we will send you a virtual basket and you can check out that way. You can put as much or as less as you like in there. Also, you can go to the Shopping Live VIP website.
Very clever.
It's so cool. And then you can just drag things and pop them in your basket. So it's a really simple process. If you are watching this on the big telly on YouTube, YouTube doesn't like the codes. So basically, for instance, if I give you this shop cloud, you type in the comments shop cloud, and then that will be added to your basket. So how are you, my lovely?
I'm really well, thank you. How are you?
Are you
okay?
I'm lovely.
Pretend like we haven't done this 10 times.
Yeah, we've already hugged and everything. Yeah. Oh, always. Now, we have got some incredible things for you. So I'm just going to give you a heads up on a couple of things because I think we are definitely going to have sellouts. First thing that I want to bring to your attention is Shop Cloud. Now, this is only $3.99, which I cannot even believe the price. This is incredible 375 GSM A4 translucent card. So basically, it's like thickened vellum card.
It is exactly like thickened vellum.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
It really is. But it means that we can still die cut it, we can emboss it with our embossing folders, with our stencils, we can stamp on it, we can heat emboss on it, but it stands up to all of them things and gives us more structure.
And transparency as well, which I really love. So this is Shop Cloud. So pop this in your basket. I'm going to show you a couple of samples in just a second because I love it. Love. This is incredible. So for die cutting, look at these. And if you're liking some of these stamps that we're showing you from Jamie's collection, they are coming up in just a second. Oh, now this is coloured.
So this is coloured with our alcohol markers. We'll do this in demos so you can see just how easy it is.
Fabulous.
Colouring it with alcohol markers, no problem at all.
And it dries, it doesn't just sit on the top.
No, it dries quite quickly actually, quite surprisingly quickly. And then this one's just one to show you how you can heat emboss with it as well. The bit I love is like with your flowers, it builds up and it makes them quite
sturdy, isn't it?
They're quite robust. So if you want to make them for hair clips and badges and brooches and things like that, absolutely fine to do so as well.
Beautiful. So that will be Shop Cloud to get that in your basket for you today. But I just wanted to give you the heads up because it's too good to miss out.
We launched this about a year ago and it sold out literally instantly.
Yeah.
It's taken us this long to get it back. And
really?
We've been told by the manufacturer when this batch is gone, we will not be able to get it again.
Get it quick, my friends, before it goes. But this is an absolute must-have. Now, let's start. We've got the whole 2 hours of us.
We do.
Whole 2 hours. Anything could happen. You never know. Shall we have a look at the stamps?
Yeah, let's.
Because these are exceptional. So we've got Amber on production today, and we've got our Becky on camera. She's just organising herself. Do you like that chair better, darling? She's happy now. She likes a nice cushion. Now, we've got different options for you. Now, these are quite new, aren't they?
They are brand new and exclusive.
What, new?
New. Literally brand new and exclusive to us here.
Now, that is seriously special. So if you're looking for stamps and you know how much I absolutely love stamping, this is a great setup. So the first one I want to show you is the top half. So you've got like your newspaper print, you've got your lovely words, and think of the snippability of cutting them down, using them as your sentiments, repeat backgrounds.
Yep.
Do you know what I really love is using embossing and then just chalking ombre.
Oh, very nice.
Ooh,
yeah, beautiful. Why not?
that would work really well with the sentiments. This is a whole collection of the 3 panels and I love the size. These are ingenious. So this is Shop Backgrounds and this is only $29.99 today, which is fabulous value because it's under £10 a stamp. Really good value. I mean, I love it, but there's more that I want to it.
Is there? There's more. You've spotted it,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
this is the thing. So if there's more for a better price, I'm going for it. Crafter to crafter, I'm going to tell you how it is. So the next line, so if you do want that top line, sorry, that is just backgrounds for $29.99. But if you want architect, which is fabulous because you got your fairy tale castle in
do.
there. You got your lighthouse. You got your village pub. You've also got your church. Now this is fabulous because this will take you through all different seasons.
This is what I wanted. I really wanted a kind of architectural collection that would take us through every occasion, every season, and cover every person in your family.
Oh, it's perfect, isn't it? So think about weddings, think about, baptisms. You've also got the pub, so that could be a lovely house. It could be for masculine. You've also it works.
They looked like they knew what they were doing, didn't they?
Yeah. Everyone's like, yeah. We're going to be fine. So we're a little bit behind, but you're still going to get a full 2 hours with Jamie this morning. So Architect is $33.99 on its own, but stuff that. Sorry. What I would do, I would go halves with my friend and share, and then we can swap.
Could we do that? Could we share? Okay,
Well,
we could attempt.
I have that inkling. Whether I actually do it or not, it's a totally different kettle of fish. So the whole set is shop stamps, and it is $59.99 today. Incredible value. It really, really is. That means you're getting, so you've got 4, 5, 7 beautiful stamps, and these are not tiny, these are gorgeous. And just think of mixing them with your die cutting, and of course, what do you need to complement stamps absolutely perfectly? We need ink.
We do need ink.
So let's move over to the ink, and I'm going to show you some samples as well of the fabulous stamps that we was just looking at. So the fairy tale castle, look at the seam you get in this.
I love how much detail we've managed to put into this, and then how much sort of snippability and buildability you've got. So you've got your clouds, you've got your trees, you've got your little extra flowers. So you might wish to extend this out, you might wish to layer this design, and then you've got 3 different sentiments to also go in and complete that theme.
That's fabulous, isn't it? I love that. So that, obviously, if you wanted just to go for architect, you could, but remember the best value, I'm dropping everything now.
Set you up, the largest thing on the top, the smallest on the bottom, they're all going to go for it. Sorry.
You booby trapped me.
I did. Sorry.
Okay, so the stamps are already at 15%. So remember, they are exclusive. You are not going to get them anywhere else, which for me, that makes me need them even more.
I like that, don't you?
I always love that, because then otherwise you get like FOMO.
Exactly.
Really bad. I get that really bad. If someone buys something and then it sells out, I'm like, oh. Then I'm contacting people, trying to get my way around it, who do I know in the industry? And then something's there like, no, it's gone. You're like, oh. No, it's not fair, is it? So let me show you just a few of these adorables. I mean, look at that on the MDF.
So this
and
is
that's that background stamp, isn't it?
This is our newsprint stamp. It's been stamped using our brushed gold metallic ink that we've bought you today. It's using the fairy tale castle. Very, very easy to do.
Pretty.
This one's, and the next couple really are trying to show you how I often confess this. I'm not the best colourist. With these stamps, you don't need to colour them if you don't want to.
They're gorgeous.
The artwork is so intricate for you. You can just leave them as they are if that's what you would prefer.
I mean, think about princesses. Think about night parties and days out. I mean, school trips are starting already.
There's
so, you know,
theme park chain that I quite like going to when I can.
Yeah, that one
works.
works.
In there as well.
With the little mouse.
With a little mouse.
I know the one you're on about.
So if we're thinking scrapbooking, there's a whole host of reasons.
Perfect. Absolutely gorgeous. But I love the buildability with these stamps. And even if you use it all individually, or you create your whole beautiful design, that's gorgeous.
Stunning, isn't it?
Absolutely love it. So another quick one, because we've got 2 hours, we've got loads of time, so we can go through everything. It's so exciting. I'm just going to go through the church. So remember, your best way to get your exclusive, I love that, exclusive stamps today is to go for the full set, and that is shop stamp. I'm just going to double check the price. $59.99, incredible value. So this is the church. Look at this.
So this time I wanted to take the church off in a bit of a Christmassy theme, because I feel the church is always with you. isn't it? The church is there at every part of our life.
Of course.
Births, arrivals, departures, weddings.
Yep.
It's here, isn't it?
All in between.
Yeah, every part of it. So this
That's
was really trying to
lovely
take you through everything.
That is beautiful.
I love the cross.
It's very, very nice. Yeah. Really ornate, really gorgeous. And what is your angel policy?
Oh, make and sell as many as you can. Make
Lovely.
charity, however you wish to. It is on our website if you'd like to go have a little read of it. There is a little angel policy tab. It's jamierodgerscrafts.com.
Yep.
But yeah, basically as lenient as we can possibly be.
Brilliant. That's brilliant. So before we look at some more, I want to talk inks. Now, I do love, now for me, if I've got inky fingers, that means I've had a really good day.
A good day. Good day. The more colour, the better.
And usually, why is it blue and yellow stain the worst?
That's it.
What is that about?
Yeah, it looks like we're becoming Smurfs, doesn't it? It's always the blue.
True.
Always
So true.
Blue.
So we've got some different options for you. Now this is Shop Metallic. Now this is your original set 1 of your beautiful inks. And I'm just going to have a little
So we've brought these to you a couple of times on the shows before. So you may have already collected this little set. Today we're bringing you new colours and we're bringing you re-inkers to actually refresh them as well.
So you've got your brushed gold, you've got your royal purple, your sea breeze blue, your black suede and of course your silver lining. Look at these. How rich and gorgeous are those? So that is Shop Metallic and that's $29.99. Now look at these. That is beautiful. Now these are a dye ink, aren't they?
Oh, they're a pigment ink.
Oh,
so,
a pigment.
Yeah, pigment ink, so you can heat emboss them if you wish to.
Yep.
They will also dry to be waterproof.
Okay.
You can even colour them with alcohol markers and they don't bleed. I don't know how that works. That to me is magical.
It's proper magic.
Wasn't something I expected, but they are. They're also water reactive. So if we put them out onto a blending mat, we can mix them with water, we can paint with them.
That's
so there's
incredible.
not much you can't do with these.
So they're like a hybrid ink,
They are
really.
like a
They're a
hybrid.
bit of everything.
Yeah.
They'll have a go at everything.
Yes.
So if you want to pick it up on a doorbell, you can do that. You can
want to.
blend. You can mix the colours together as well.
Absolutely. We can also take the colours, and we'll do this probably more in our second sort of demo set.
Yeah.
We'll play with the re-inkers a little bit for this, but we can take them and we can mix them into other things, so texture pastes and all them different recipes we like to build.
That's
they work
exciting.
For that too.
Don't you feel like an alchemist sometimes?
Yes.
I love it. It's so exciting.
I'm heading out. I want the coat.
I know.
I'm going to be full note.
I want to make you the coat. I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe you invested in that brilliant set 1 of the ink metallic ink pads before, which of course is $29.99, but maybe you're looking at the re-inkers. Now these are lovely full-size bottles, aren't they?
So again, these are new and exclusive to yourselves today. So there's 20 ml in each of the bottles, and just like I was saying with the pads, there are so many ways we can take these off and do them with.
I mean, even if you didn't want to use them as an ink pad, you could use them individually on their own.
I kind of regret that we've called them re-inkers.
Yeah.
I think we should have called them something
Just
like
ink.
metallic drops.
Yeah,
Then told you all that they could refill your pads. Because I think the word re-inker makes you think
pigeonholing yourself, aren't you?
And I kind of regret that.
Don't worry.
There's so much we can do with them.
It's all right. We're friends. We get it. We get it. So if you want to go for the re-inkers or just activate that fabulous ink, it's Shop Ink and that's $22.99 today. Now this is the brand new set and I'm excited because it's got my favouriteest colours in. So we have that minty fresh. Oh, look at that. Love that. And do you know what I love about your packaging? I love the lids, how easy they are, and look, they don't come off. For me, that's a huge thing. That if they are in a box, if they're somewhere like that, if that lid comes off, you know you've got a spillage. But these are brilliant, really, really clever. Then we've got our beautiful sunrise yellow. Oh, it's so vibrant. We've got our sunset red. Look at that. Beautiful. Then we're moving over to our, did you name these?
We did,
Cactus
yeah.
green, I love them.
We often do this at like 1 in the morning. I don't know why it always falls as that 1 in the morning job. And the names just get more and more bizarre as the night goes on.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm okay with that. We embrace the crazy.
Look at
it's
that.
Good.
That is the best colour ever. Love, love, love the fuchsia pink. So if you would like to invest in our brand new exclusive collection, set 2, maybe you went for set 1 last time and this time you're thinking, well, I do want to go a bit further. Well, you do. Then that is $29.99 Shop pads. But again, if you want to go for the re-inkers or just the ink bottles, shall we say, that will be shop refill at $22.99. To be honest, do you know what I would do? I would go for both. Yeah. Not just for re-inking, but then you're not going to contaminate your ink pads, because I've done that so many times. So it's a nice idea to have that, you know.
And when we play with these, and I show you how we can take these and we can put them into mister bottles and make your own misters with them.
Yeah.
You wouldn't necessarily be able to do that with the ink pad, but you can do that with the refill.
Exactly.
And then that means you can mist your backgrounds to match in with what you're going to be stamping, blending, layering with your ink pads. Lovely. So it just opens up more opportunity to create.
Do you know what? Look at the iridescentness. Like, even though it's on white, usually black shows it the best, you know, how iridescent. But even on that white, you don't lose not an inch of shimmer. Absolutely fabulous. Now, the pad, the stamps.
No, the new inks.
New inks?
Of course, the new inks, shop pads. I'm getting there. Sorry, I'm thinking.
I don't know how you keep up with all of
You know, when you look, and I thought,
I couldn't.
What kit is that then?
What's that all
20% has gone of the brand new exclusive inks. Remember, you can't get these anywhere else.
No,
so get them quick before they're gone. Right, next thing I'd like to show you is we went through the church. I'm just going to recap on the lighthouse. Now remember, these are not individuals. You can either go for the backgrounds, $29.99, or architect, which is all your scenes, which is $33.99. But honestly, friends, crafter to crafter, just go for the whole set. I would. It's shop stamps and it's $59.99, because you don't want to miss out.
You don't, and it does all work together, and it opens up so many different opportunities to create your backgrounds to go with your foregrounds, which to be honest is why the collection's been designed in this way.
I'm loving the design work on this.
I think that was done by lovely Ian on the design team. This one was just one I did that was showing you it quite simply done. Got a bit carried away with the MDF. You'll see that style in every stamp, I believe.
Because you couldn't stop making it.
Carried away.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But again,
don't you love it when you find something that you really love doing? You just can't stop doing it.
I know. This is really repetitive. We're going to have them in all of them. Again, just showing you don't have to colour them in if you don't want to. Just a little few additions with a gold gel pen.
Oh, look
really
at
nice
this.
This is stunning. I think this one's done by Lynn or Wendy.
It's Lynn.
Yep, lovely. Lynn on our lovely DT.
Well
We've
done.
got such an amazing team. They do so many incredible samples.
Oh, it's brilliant, isn't it? Look at these. So that is from the Architect collection, which is that fabulous lighthouse. But like I said, my friends, go for them both, because then you've got them backgrounds, you've got all them sentiments to go there. It'll just make the kit go so much further. Now, you may have noticed on some of these delightful cards that you've created, these beautiful frames. Now, this is a new concept for you, isn't it?
Well, we've done a version before. These are new designs, so we're adding to the family. We like to do that. If we find something that's really popular, we'll add more to it to give you more options. So these are our new shapes for our foiled inkables. And our foiled inkables basically mean that we've taken sheets of white plain card and we've foiled designs onto them, that then mean that if you want to, you can add to them with your inks, and the foiling will resist them.
Of course.
So that you can end up with some really cool effects.
And the cardstock's absolutely fabulous to stamp on, to go on straight away.
Stamp on it, die cut into it, emboss it, stencil on it, leave it as it is. The choice is yours.
Brilliant.
You know, they're even quite a nice weight, so you can even turn these into box lids if you want to.
Thinking. Yeah. Now, these are individual. Now, there's 4 different options, but they're only £3.99 a set. So if you want to go for the full set, great idea. So what we've got here, the first one I want to show you, so this is your plain silver in the square that I really, really love. So £3.99, so that's shop plain, plain silver. Then we've got shop plain gold, again $3.99. Now you get 10 sheets in each. That's absolutely brilliant. I really, really love that. Oh, look at knocking it over. But this is gorgeous. And the weight of the card as well that you have inside is a really nice thick. It's not one that's, you know, going to bend. It's not going to tear. You've got that quality. So that's your plain gold and your plain silver. Now, this has the best names ever. We've got fancy gold. You know how much I love fancy pants. Fancy pants gold with that sort of trilogy of shapes that I really, really love. So you can die cut this, you can use it multiple in different frames. You could even layer it, couldn't you, and have like a tunnel.
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, why not?
Then we've got the fancy silver. So again, beautiful bases almost, because it gives you that sort of silhouette of where to put things. And you can stamp straight on these.
Of course you can. We're going to do that in our first demo, so we can show you how we can build up with them if we wish to.
I've got to talk about the cloud again.
The
cloud. That's where I live, in the cloud. So shop cloud, only $3.99. Really cost effective that we've got today. Absolute. 30% of cloud.
Goodness,
we knew. You know a good thing, my friends. You do. And add that totally unique texture every single time, and just the transparency, and it can go in any direction. So each die collection has 3 dies. Now these are your perfect sentiments. This is shop layered. So you've got your outside frame, you've got your mid frame, and then you've got your sentiments. You can cut that within, you can cut it on top, you can use it all individually. You've got tags, you've got absolute brilliant shapes that you can use time and time again. But for the whole set, so you're going to get this one, which is your With Love. You're also going to get your Happy Easter, absolutely perfect. That's brilliant, because it's on the agenda and it creeps up on every year.
Does.
You know why? Because they put the Easter eggs out after Christmas.
Yes.
And then it feels like it's been Easter for ages.
We turn a blind eye to it, and then all of a sudden you're like,
I know. So we've got our Happy Easter again, and so that'll be 3, 6, 9, 12. That's 18 dies you're going to be getting in here. No, 16. No. 3, 6, 9, 12.
15. 3 5 to 15. Yeah, 15.
I'm so smart in the mornings. It is still the morning.
At least you attempted. I wouldn't have attempted. You did better than I did.
I try. And
then.
And do you know what I do all the time? I say something and then I just question it straight away. I'm not right, am I? Yeah. So we've also got incredible dies that will take you throughout the year. So again, these will accentuate perfectly with your stamps. You've got your With Sympathy. I love this, another set of 3 dies. Then we've got Sending Love Wishes, Love and Wishes. I love that. Again, look at what you can do.
What I like with this one is the panel's so large that you can actually use it like in the one below it to make your cards out of it.
Oh, look at that.
Which I thought was kind of fun, because although of course we're looking at them as the sentiments,
really cool.
It's nice to see that they're large enough. We can take them off in other ways too.
That's really unique. I really like that. And then the final one is Happy Anniversary. And again, you've got that lovely big wide space that you can use in multiple different ways. So this is shop layered. I can't even believe the price. It's shop layer. It's not layered. It's layer. Shop layer. Only $22.99 today. That's
and exclusive again. Exclusive.
It's
so I'm trying to think
today.
The original links have been out a little while.
But apart from that,
everything else is exclusive.
We are in for a treat today. So what would you like to show me first, Jamie?
So I thought we would start the day off by going to the pub.
Oh, yes, please.
Right? Yeah.
It's not early. It's 12 o'clock somewhere, isn't it?
Exactly. So we will go with the idea of heading to the pub. Now,
nice.
Have I got one of these already? I don't know. I was set up. I'll show you it on here. So I've taken our lovely foiled inkable and I've gone in with one of our nesting dies. You're going to get the idea very quickly. And I've used our postage squares to go around the edge of it.
Lovely.
These, I believe, are on our brand shop.
Yep.
So that you've got those available. You're going to notice I've trimmed this down to quite a bit to what they actually start off with. When we had these made, we've purposely done them with quite a large edge to them.
Well, it just gives you so much scope, doesn't it?
Well, if you do want to make a wrap round for your cards, you want to trim it off so you've got a rectangle, you've got that little foldy area to wrap round with them. If you want to turn them into boxes, you've got that ability to score cut and make the flaps to create a box with them. It just gives you more options. But if you want them for your actual card fronts, then again we can trim them down so we've got them in a more reasonable size. So it's all just about trying to imagine what you might want to do with these. So we're going to go in and we're going to bring in a stamp press to begin with. And we're going to bring in our newsprint stamp, if I can find where I've hid that.
There they are.
So out of these 3 background stamps, the other 2 of them will go with our line stamp, and I'll show you that shortly. But this one, again, is designed in such a way, like all of them are really, that they're pattern match stamps.
Yep.
So you can build much larger backgrounds with them.
So you can repeat stamp.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
As a scrapbooker, because I got into papercraft by scrapbooking, that was where I began. It's always frustrated with background stamps that they're not big enough to cover a 12 by 12.
Of course.
And then you end up with so many joins and edges, and that really frustrates me too.
Yeah.
So I would prefer that we bring you large format stamps that you can then take off to whatever you want them to be. And if you want to do wrapping paper with them, if you want to do your front room walls, there's no reason why you can't.
Fabulous.
If you just want to stick to something small, we can go in and trim out from them. So bringing in our newsprint stamp. Oh, that's a bit of a dead one, isn't it? I have a feeling
I do that all the time.
We'll go for this one. We'll swap up our ink.
Right, I've just got to let everyone, because we're in March Madness as well, type spin in the comments to enter to spin the wheel. Oh. It's so exciting. Can you hear it? I love it. I absolutely love it. I feel like I'm on the Wheel of Fortune.
Do we get to do test spins?
Who's it going to be? Oh, wow. And whatever you win, red is goodie bag, orange no luck, spin again, goodie bag, spin. Oh, too good to miss out. So yes, type that in the comments, type spin, and we will do that at the end of the show. That's so exciting.
So what were all of the prizes? What are we up
Well,
for?
you can get a goodie bag, you can get all sorts of things, yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of exciting, isn't
I
it?
think it's very exciting.
I know, I want to go see what I can win.
Yeah. So we're now going to bring in our pub, and we're going to put our pub perfectly in the middle of the circle. So again, they fit perfectly with
Do you know what it reminds me of? Do you remember them little ornaments? My mum used to collect them, of the little houses, and they'd be like 3D, and they'd be about that. I can't think what they were called.
Little 3D houses, not blue and white ones.
No, they were proper, like with the garden and with little steps. And
I don't know.
I can't think. I think it was an 80s thing, but yeah, it was great.
Oh, 80s baby.
Oh yeah.
My mum collected frogs.
Oh, I get
yeah. Addiction to frogs.
My daughter is addicted to frogs. It's ridiculous.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's a spirit animal. What would your spirit animal be?
I've got no idea. Is that something you choose, or is it actually?
You can choose it, or how do you feel? Do you connect with? See, mine's a unicorn. Snail.
Snail on most days. Sloth on others. Bit around there somewhere. You know?
Oh, you are funny. Love. But look how crisp that stamp is.
So yeah, so we've gone in and we've stamped that down. I've just used some of our black ink. This is our Black Panther ink. That's again on our brand shop, I believe, for you already. We're just going to again bring in some of these to just blend around the edges. We don't have to use these inks. These are some distress inks, but it's just trying to show you how well you can colour your panels if that's something you would like to do. So we'll just do a small amount of this because you're going to get the idea pretty quick, but it just sort of tones down the design.
Do you know what I love? The softness, and it all depends on the quality of the paper, and the finish depends on how that background and how that blending goes, and that is beautiful.
That's gorgeous, isn't it? And with the newsprint just sort of peeking through from behind it, and then where our foil is, that's obviously going to repel the ink, so we're not going to end up colouring that foil, so we still end up keeping that crisp colour too.
Love it.
Which I really like. And then we'll just go in, and again, we're not going to do loads, but if we pick up an alcohol marker, we can go in and start then colouring around our stamped image to bring this pub to life, because that's what it's all about, isn't it?
I mean, you could decoupage it as well.
Yeah, of course you can.
Could bring it all up to, make the windows pop out, for instance, the front door, add more detail, with the clouds. I mean, if you buy the whole set of the different ones, think about adding, was it the light? Oh no, it was the castle, wasn't it? It was the castle stamp. I was thinking you could easily add the cloud and the sun. You could bring the flowers in the foreground. Everything mix and matches so perfectly.
They're all the right scale. They're all the same style.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have like a giant tree next to it. I love that,
And although this one's obviously fairy tale, so slightly more cartoony, that tree would fit perfectly within this one.
You could even snip that down and pop that behind as well to accentuate it. I mean, use masking paper. That works really well to be able to accentuate that. But I love the way everything just works seamlessly together.
So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of our larger tabs, and I've just folded it or scored it on a scoreboard. So I've got a little tunnel here, and we're going to wrap that round to the reverse.
And this is this outside one from the sentiment?
Yes, it is. Yes, so
absolutely brilliant. I love this idea of wrapping it round.
We're just going to take that and anchor that down onto our foam tape, just so A, it's a bit shorter, B, it gives us that little sort of tab style look instead, which is what I wanted to go for. I'm then going to bring in my card blank and we're going to start building this up. So because we've got gold in the frame and we've used a gold sentiment, I thought it would be nice if we was to accentuate the gold.
Perfect.
So we're going to bring in some gold mirror and place that down.
Lovely.
Then we're going to bring in some white card because I wanted to try and go back to the white that we found at the blank.
But also you've got that little bit of white that sort of halos that, so it just ties everything together.
So we're matching in, toning. Then we'll add that down. And then of course our With Love is going to match in with this as well. So we'll take off our pads from the reverse of this one. We'll check that we're the right way around.
I always do that.
How many of these have I made the wrong way?
A million I've made.
Hundreds, it's ridiculous. So I do try to remember, it don't always happen. Then we can place that down. Now in with our pub set of stamps, we of course have a perfect little pint of beer as well.
Oh, look at that.
So for speed, I've gone ahead and I've stamped these and I've cut them out. And I've just coloured them again with some alcohol markers.
And you've shaped them slightly?
Yeah, just rounded them slightly, and then in the middle I've built up 2 levels of foam tape. Just so they've got a bit of a curve to them. And then we're going to add these, just clinking down on the side here.
Lovely.
Now another thing we can do, I didn't choose to do it with mine, but another good little tip is if you use our glue and take the glue over the top of the glass, you will then let it dry and it will dry. Let's see if we've got a brush. Here we go, a little water brush. We can bring that in and shape that down.
Oh, so you got the gloss.
And then it will literally dry with like a glassy gloss to it.
Lovely.
And one of the nice bits of our glue, again, you're going to find this on the brand shop. I know it's on the shows later today as well. But it's going to dry and it's not going to be tacky. You know how some PVAs, when they dry, they go a bit sticky.
Yeah, because then everything gathers to it.
This one doesn't.
Love
so
that.
So we will just keep a nice matte. I always have matte gloss, which is kind of
no, but dark, I know what you mean.
But it's not like glossy accent.
It's not the high shine; it's mid shine, which is
mid shine.
Yeah, which is just right, isn't it?
Perfect.
Yeah, I get that.
So I'll finish that one off, and then that completes that one. Very simple, very easy, very quick. Nothing complicated.
So I'll just let you reset. I'm going to have a little recap on some of our wonderful things that we've got today. So, if you are looking at those enchanting stamps that Jamie's brought to us, the background stamps, we just used the newspaper print, and look, you've even got a little sewing machine in there. I love it. All 3 sets, shop backgrounds, $29.99 today, but there's always more, my friends, and you don't want to miss out. These are exclusive to us as well. You can't get these anywhere else. Then we've got Architect, which is those 4 incredible scene building stamps. You've got sentiments. You've just got absolutely everything, and you can mix and match together. That's $33.99 today for them 4 incredible stamps. But if you want to go for all 7 stamps, shop stamps, and that's $59.99 today. It's brilliant value, it really is. I'm just going to recap on some inks because we're going to do some ink work soon. I'm really excited. So we've got the metallic inks. This was set 1 that we previously brought to you. $29.99 today. That is shop metallic for them 5 individual inks. Then also we have the refills, or just the same colours but in the bottle. Shop ink, $22.99. Then these are your brand new colours, which I love. Shop pad, and that's $29.99 for set 2. Oh, 30% gone. You're on it today, friends. Then we've got shop refill for $22.99. I mean, look at the vibrancy of that colour. Look at that. Oh, it's delicious. Look at them 2 together. Oh, that really beautiful colourways. To me, that is one of my favourite colourways together.
That's summer, isn't it?
Oh, it's just lush. It just reminds me of cocktails and pretty floral dresses and picnics. And
that's what we want.
I'm so ready. So ready for it. So what would you like to show? So we're going to go back to the inks. Let's play.
Just like 5 minutes.
I'm going to mention the cloud.
The cloud.
We're living in the clouds today. Shop cloud, $3.99. That's that incredible surface. And I'm just going to show you a couple of bits we've got down here. Sorry, what was that? 35%. So look at the thickness that you are getting. Look how stable them flowers are.
This little spray here, this reminds me of wedding cake flowers.
Oh yes, beautiful.
So pretty, so
But
delicate.
look how you can colour them as well. Absolutely exceptional. And then of course to do that heat embossing on as well. And that is a sort of testimony to how good that is, because if you can't heat emboss on it, and there's a lot out there that you can't, believe me.
And embossing as well, a lot of times we go to emboss and our vellums crack and bits. This doesn't do that, it keeps its body.
Now, when I emboss on my 3D embossing folders, do you know if you sand this back, it looks like faux white work?
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be lovely. This is a stencil.
Oh, is this a stencil that you've embossed?
So this is just a stencil. This is a design we've got coming up in a few weeks.
Ooh, sneaky peeks.
It's just showing you how you can emboss it.
But yeah, if you sand that back with then it just looks like it's been parched.
I'm going to have to try that.
It's a sneaky parchment. Yeah, exactly. Right, let's have a look. I've also got some messages. So what are you going to show me?
So I thought if it's all right, I'm just going to show you how juicy these ink pads come to you, because I think that's always really important. So I thought we would start off just with the Sunset Red. And we're just going to take these out and show you how glorious these are. Straight out of the pad. No trickery. We've got that vibrant colour to play with.
So rich in pigment.
So this one's your sunrise yellow. So again, beautiful bright yellows. When we're looking to that lovely sun above the
when it glistens,
castle,
perfect.
I was going to say church, but you could use it with a church. Then we'll do the fuchsia pink. We'll bring in a small amount of that. Let's come on, a little bit
somebody has told me what they are. Lilliput Lane.
Oh, okay.
Lilliput Lane cottages. Yes, I'm not mad. You know when you think, did I dream that?
Flashbacks from your childhood. I love it. I love it.
Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, I'm so glad. And people are still collecting them. I didn't even know you could still buy them. That's brilliant. Everyone's on this morning. Good morning, Joyce.
Good morning.
Lynn. Good morning, Susan. Oh, what's been going on? Oh, she's going to have her cataract taken off in a bit. Oh, good for you. I hope it goes well, my lovely.
Oh, that's brave.
Wishing you well. Yeah, it's so easily done now, though, isn't it?
It is.
They don't mess about anymore, do they?
No.
So this is your new set 2 shop pad. $29.99, but if you want to go for the ink, so basically it's that pure ink in a bottle. Shop refill, $22.99.
So if we went to the bottle version instead, and we start looking at that, that's where we're at instead. So exactly the same. And then if you wish to, again, let's be naughty, we could go in and blend those down with your fingertips, with your blending tools, whatever you wish to work with. So, you know, you can use these in loads of different ways, and that's what I thought we would start off and have a little play with.
Oh, that's lovely. Absolutely beautiful. Let's have a look. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Natalie collects frogs too. It's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, we've all got our little collections.
I collect owls. I've got a lot of owl things, like wooden owls, sculpted owls, resin, all sorts of just owls. I just get owls. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Laura says, morning everybody, hope you're all having a good day. Let's have a look. Roz says, beautiful colours. Are you smitten? I'm so smitten with these colours. Look how clean my hands are. Can't believe it.
We can work on that.
It won't be long. It won't be long. Won't be long. Sharon says, Cardmate, her nails are always blue. I get you there, girl. Mine are always blue and yellow, or maybe a little touch of orange in there as well sometimes.
It's awful, isn't it? We can end up multicoloured, but there's nothing wrong with that.
No, at least we're happy. You can't buy happiness. Well, you can buy a carafe.
Exactly.
That's what I say, yeah, definitely. So what are we doing?
So what I thought I'd show you now is this is just an ordinary mister bottle, just filled full of water, and we're going to bring in our inker. So this one is the Sea Breeze Blue. We're not going to use a lot of this. We're just going to squidge a little into our bottle, and then we're going to replace our nozzle to the top of this, and we're going to give it a bit of a shake. And then straight away what we have now created is a matching, let the water come through.
Oh yes, please.
We have created a matching mister to go with all of the stamping we're going to be working on. Now we just put a small amount of this into here. So if you've got lots of these bottles, you could make different intensities.
Of course.
You don't have to stop at one level. You could even take different colours and mix them to make more than the 10 colours we're bringing you in the mister bottles.
Brilliant, yeah.
So loads of ways we can play with those. Obviously once we've got it in this diluted form, we can start painting with it as well. It doesn't just have to be a mister. But what a great way to go ahead and turn all of your different colours into mister bottles. Now you're going to notice on some of my bottles, I've got the labels from Elite Misters, because once those bottles are empty, refill and make your own combination.
Definitely.
No reason why we can't reuse the bottles. Great for the planet, great for our pockets.
Exactly.
And a great way to have more variation. So after we've made our mister with this, let's take it off and show you something else we can do with these, because there are so many bits we can do. So I'm going to bring in one of our blending mats. We've got these on the brown shop, and they'll also be on the later show as well.
If you are looking at individual stamps, I know quite a lot of you are asking about them, just pop along to the brand shop because they're available individually there. But honestly, friends, most cost effective, get the whole set. Shop pad, that's them brand new fabulous 5 colours of ink pads that are exclusive to our set 2. 40% has gone already.
Wow. So this is bringing in our Sunset Red from our re-inker.
Yep.
And we're just going to place a small amount of that down, and I've already gone in and got some clear texture paste out. Now we've bought your clear texture paste previously to the shows. The last time we bought it to, it sold out. We're just waiting for it to come back in stock again, and then we'll have it on more shows and back on the brand shop. But I know a lot of you have got this in your stash already, so actually showing you now that we can take that and we can make our very own texture paste to match in and work with everything we've just stamped, everything we've just misted.
How easy was that to mix as well?
Not hard to do.
It's not granulating. Sometimes you find when you mix with texture paste with paint, you get that almost slight separation. With this, you get none of that.
Nope, we have made a complete colour blend. So we now don't need to be buying colour texture pastes because we're going to make them to match. And not only do we not need to buy them, we don't need to go and find a colour that somewhere near matches the ink we're working with.
That's never spot on.
We've made the perfect one, haven't we?
Perfect.
And maybe, let's remove that for the second so you can see it's worked perfectly. Maybe we don't want to stop there. Maybe we want to actually, before we even use this bit, we're going to take that part away. We're going to put it back on our mat.
That's a background right there.
Yep, that's usable. We're going to bring in some glitter. So again, on the brand shop, we've got glitter. So how about we add in some of our glitter to this mix? And suddenly now we have got sparkly texture paste that's going to create a match in with exactly what we've been working with. So when you think about all of the different recipes, all of the different combinations you can be making, and this doesn't have to be our products you're necessarily adding into these creations or recipes. Think of all of the products you've already got on your shelf that you might want to be playing around with and seeing what you can create with these. Think of all of the different cadence mediums that you might have already. That you could be taking these colours and adding to. That's just going to work for you time and time again.
Brilliant. I love that. We've just had a message in from Joanna.
Hello, Joanna.
In doing the ink and water, what's the difference between doing that and your Elite Misters?
In honesty, the difference is not a lot, because we've taken a colour and we've put it into a water to make a mister. The difference technically is that the Elite Misters are just a dye ink, so they're just going to dry flat. When we've created it with our metallics, they've got mica in them, so you can end up with a slight shimmer to them. Obviously, when we do it with the metallic re-inkers, they're going to match our ink pads, so we're building on that family. With our Elite Misters, again available on the brand shop, they're going to match our Elite cardstock, and those colours match perfectly.
Now, there are reasons to both. Refills for your Elite?
We don't do
You
refills
don't?
Yet.
So
no.
this is a great way, because if you've used it all up, this is a great way. I know it'll be a slightly different colour family, but this will give you so much more scope. Really, to do that. So thank you for that question.
We love a question.
While you get reset, I'm going to have a little look down here, because we've got some pretty. Oh, look
There's
at
no
these
rush,
things.
take your time.
Look, you've wooed me.
I wanted to show you these.
Oh.
So this is the clear texture paste with all of the 10 colours mixed into it. So every colour that we've got in those re-inkers mixed into clear texture paste. And yes, you can do this with the ink pads, because you can put your ink pad out onto your mat instead and mix your clear texture paste. So that isn't vital. You've got the re-inkers, it could be done with either.
Of course.
This is our gemstones texture paste. So again, you're going to find this on the brand shop. This is the white from our texture paste that we have on there for you. So white glitter suspended in a clear medium. bring in your re-inkers, start mixing those together, and you're going to end up with a crystallised glittery effect, slightly different to sprinkling in your own glitter.
They are so gorgeous. Love, love, love.
These are your different sheets done with the misters.
Oh!
So once dry, please excuse the bits of glitter that have sort of attached themselves to them.
Escape.
But these are all of the different colours I've made in mister format. Now you look at how the mica is in that one and how that's playing. They're just beautiful, and it's a great way to get more value for money out of these products. So that's your brushed gold. I love this one the most.
Beautiful.
That little golden sort of champagne shimmer that's going on over the top there.
It's not too intimidating either, is it? That's what I like. Even though you've got rich, vibrant colours, they're not the kind of colour you put down and go, oh, I don't know about that. No. Do you know what I mean? It just encourages you to think more outside the box. So let's have a look at those ink pads. The first one we've got is the original set one, Shop Metallic. That is $29.99 today. If you want those re-inkers, Shop Ink, $22.99. But if you're like me, then you need it all. You're going to go for the brand new set. Now remember, these are exclusive as well. Shop 20%. 40! Oh, these are hotcakes today. Hotcakes. So this is Shop Pad, and this is $29.99 for your set too. We've also got the refill, Shop Refill, $22.99. Now remember as well, type in spin in the comments, then you can play fabulous Wheel of Fortune. It's so exciting. I do believe 20% of stamp has gone as well. Remember the individuals that we have, we've got the full set of backgrounds, so that's Shop Background, $29.99 today. Or if you prefer a scene, we have the Architect, that's $33.99, but cost effective. Shop Stamps, $59.99 today, and this just shows the true value that you can get from such an incredible collection. It really, really is. So yeah, you need them, because otherwise I'm going to just take them and run. Take them all. Take them and run. Love them. Remember Shop Cloud? That fabulous, beautiful. It's almost like the heaviest weight vellum you've ever seen in your life. It's incredible, really, isn't it? Beautiful, beautiful, that you can use in multiple different ways. Shop Cloud, $3.99. And also remember those fabulous frames that we've got. We've got them in the plain gold, the plain silver, in your traditional beautiful squares. Then we've also got our fancy silver and fancy gold. Now they're all £3.99 a piece, so exceptional. What are you going to show me?
Now this is the one we're going to do next. So again, showing you how you don't have to be a colourist if you don't want to be. Let's just keep it simple. Let's make a little quick card.
Do you know what I always say? Sometimes imagery is so strong it doesn't even need colour.
Yeah, it doesn't, does it? And
it's so true.
We can add colour and actually lose some of the detail.
Exactly.
Really steals the sort of focus.
I like doing pops of colour as well.
Yeah.
So keeping it quite black and white, and then using like a almost like a magnify sort of. You can put like a little clear disc over the top and just colour that inside as well. Something a bit different.
So all we're going to do is we're going to take some of our pebble grey cardstock, and we've just stamped out our lighthouse. I'd probably re-ink and do another one, to be honest, because it's a bit patchy, but for speed. And then all we're going to do is go in with a white gel pen and just go around some of the areas. This doesn't have to be loads of them. It doesn't have to be really bold, and it doesn't have to be perfect. The stamps are quite forgiving. So we're just going to add in just some details around where we're going. And then we might go in and we might trace in some of the cloud bits. But just keep building up to when you're happy.
Beautiful.
And that's what I've done to make my little circle here. Now I then used circle scallop dies with our piece detail.
And these are on the website?
They are. They should be on the brand shop.
Lovely.
We've got lots of different layered shapes and lots of different finishes. On the later show, we'll be bringing you the rectangles as well.
Oh, fabulous.
But it gives you a little glimpse at some of those shapes. So I've just gone in and trimmed that one out. And then we're going to go into our layers for this. So again, we're going to stick to our circles. I'm going to build this up. So back to a scallop circle, then on with a plain circle. And then we're going to bring in our lovely picture that we've created and add that one onto the top of this. And then we're going to go to the background to go behind this image, because I wanted to bring in our happy birthday stamp.
Yes.
Now our happy birthday stamp does have a little bit of a party trick to it. Now I don't think this has yet been added to our brand shop, but it is going to be, so keep an eye out for it. But I like to show you, we're very good at building libraries as a company.
Of course.
If we do something, we'll add to it. So our pinstripe stamp that we actually brought out last August, I believe we worked out to be, fits over the top.
Oh my gosh.
So that you can stamp this stamp in one colour and then stamp your happy birthday stamp in another colour.
But also you can cut ribbons and things,
absolutely,
can't you?
Yep. This
Fabulous.
also fits over the floral vine stamp that we've brought you today as well. So as I said, should soon be added to the brand shop. I know it was going to be, so keep an eye out for it. But it just works, so it builds up on something that we've already created to give you more options.
So having that background stamp, here's a few samples that I just quickly want to show you because they are gorgeous. I love the way that you can get your sort of secondary stamp and really set it to the back, but it just works perfectly. Absolutely gorgeous. You can create little books from it, but isn't it a great scene setter? Because for me, what it does, because you've got the lines of the sentiments, not only obviously you chop the sentiments up and use them all individually, but it gives you that perfect horizon line to put your image on as well, and it'll be straight.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love shortcuts. Shortcuts are great.
Like here, because I always like trying to tone in the colours where I can do. So these little flowers and hearts are just a nice way to bring in the pops of colour that we've got coming up in the images as we go through. So it tones it all together. Yeah,
it just works absolutely perfectly. So that is your sentiment stamp. But remember, if you're going to go for the background stamps, shop background $29.99. Fabulous.
Now I'm just going to use our black suede metallic ink to go over this one.
Now that comes in set 1. That's shop metallic. This is set 1 of our beautiful exclusive inks, $29.95 today.
There we go. And then with this one, we can then just peel it, move it down to where we want it to be, and then carry on stamping. And this is the joy of having such big stamps. We can take them and do complete backgrounds and stop when we're happy to stop. So we'll take that one out of the way. And we'll go
I like that it can go either way as well.
Yeah, it could do. Yeah, you could do it vertically if you wanted to.
Yeah, that would work really
well.
So
on here, I've already done my stamping. I've added a circle die over the top of it to trim it out. And then we're going to take this and we're going to wrap it around our layers. So we're going to use our square here. With a circle in the middle of it. So again, playing with our different layers and building up. We probably shouldn't have taken that layer off just yet, but never mind.
I do that all the time.
Never mind.
And then I end up just a bit stuck on my arm.
It's fine. We're round, that'll do. And we'll try and tuck those bits back there.
Lovely.
That's a bit short, so we'll add something to it. Give me a second. We will find some
There's a bit of low-tack tape. What about that, my love?
I've got some tape.
Show them your tape. I think you've got enough.
These are our 50.
Do you reckon he's got enough?
I don't know if we've put these on the brand shop yet.
Oh,
but
you need to.
bring them to our
I don't know why, but I always have to wear them as bangles.
Yeah? I go for hats.
You go for hats? How funny.
Little sombreros. I've been caught doing that far too many times.
I need to see photographic evidence of this.
No. You have to watch a few lives. I think you'll find them on the lives.
Oh,
the lives
fabulous.
we tend to go a bit more daft. So,
It happens when you're talking to yourself, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, me and Pete. So it gets even worse because then we're our own worst enemies. Yeah, every Monday we do a live, and
brilliant.
I'm pretty sure one of these days they're going to send somebody to rescue us.
And what time is that? What time's your live on?
At 7 p.m.
Brilliant.
7 p.m. every Monday.
Catch him at 7. That would be lovely. Morning, Miriam. Morning, Jonathan. Oh, everyone's with us this morning. Hello, Lindsay. Hope you're having a delightful day. Hope you feel inspired because this is incredible. So you're just adding in that sentiment. Now, this is from the dies, isn't it?
It is. So this is the With Love, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, you're right.
That we've taken and we've just used it with the Have the Day of Your Dreams stamp instead.
That's beautiful.
Because this is what I really like with these little tabs. It's not only about the dies that come with them, it's about all the other things we can add on top of them.
Yeah, and the nested layers that you get with it. So this is shop layer. Now it's not a choice either. You actually get all 5 sets of sentiments, and that's $22.99, and 15% of that has gone already. You know a deal, don't they? They know a deal today. So I've got some other bits to show you under here. I'd like to show you the pop. Now this is great. The pop. Look at this. Look how ingenious. Now, these florals, excuse me, have been stamped with that newspaper print.
They have.
I love that.
Yes, on craft paper.
Yeah.
Just to sort of give it a different look.
It's
something
beautiful.
I really like doing with flowers.
But look how many different directions, whether you want to keep it clean and contemporary or whether you want to, you know, go into much more detailed artwork. Absolutely essential. They really, really are. Oh, gone are the days where it's a boiling hot day and you pop in the pub for a shandy. You know, when it's really, really hot. There's nothing better than an ice cup. Now, I don't drink beer. I don't really like it. It's just not, there's only one beer that I like.
Okay, just the one?
I think it's Dutch.
Oh,
it's a blonde beer. I don't know if you ever tried it.
Not an agree. Yeah, I'm not a beer person.
Beer's too gassy and too strong for me, to be honest.
I'm not a big drinker.
No, I hardly ever drink. But for me, you know, when it's that boiling hot day and you're just like, let's go to the pub. And we always take a ball because I take the kids with me. We sit out the back and I sit and have a nice shandy, but I have it with lime.
Okay.
I have shandy and lime. It's nice, nothing better. But look at this, how vintage you can make it. Absolutely exceptional. Now, remember, you can go individuals, but have a look on the website. But for us today, we've got that brilliant, exclusive, gorgeous collection, which is shop stamp, and you will get the whole set. Yeah, come over here, Bex, let's have a little look. So we have got all three of them backgrounds. Absolutely ingenious they are. Then we've got Architect as well. Now you can buy these as an individual set. So backgrounds is $29.99. Architect with all them fabulous buildings are $33.99. But most cost effective and by far the most popular item that we've got today is shop stamps, and that's $59.99. So that's all four of those gorgeous scenes, and then of course the sentiments to go on as well. Absolutely love, love, love them. I need them in my life. I don't know why I start singing to my craft.
I like the singing.
Yeah, I don't. This is why I don't listen to my shows back. I was telling you this morning, I can't listen to my shows back. Remember Shop Cloud as well. That fabulous. And are we going to be using some of this?
We're doing it now.
We're doing it right now. So Shop Cloud, $3.99. Now 35% of those stamps is gone. So they are hot cakes, my friends. Remember, they are exclusive to us as well. So get them before they're gone.
So this is the card that we're going to do next, and we're going to bring in our lovely Clouded in Mystery.
Lovely.
We're going to stamp with it, we're going to die cut with it, and we're going to colour it. So lots to play with.
40% of Cloud is gone.
Wow. Wow. Well, I think when you see what you can do with it, I think the rest will probably fly out the door, because it's so much fun to work with.
Look at the thickness, the texture, the how it is actually constructed. It's constructible.
They look a bit like a china flower.
It really does.
Or a glass.
Do you know what I'm thinking as well? Because of the way that they are, the density, because it is almost like vellum. You could have these floating in water, and they wouldn't absorb.
No, I don't think they would actually.
No, they wouldn't, would
they? With that. So I've brought in our church. I've put a piece into the press already. I've inked up with our Black Panther ink. Now this will dry on here if we just leave it a little while. If you'd prefer a quicker dry, you can either heat emboss it so it's quicker, or you can use StazOn. Of course. To be honest, StazOn's great for stamping on this as well.
Yeah. Or you can heat set anyway, can't you?
Yeah, of course you can.
You can just heat set it.
But I wanted you to see just how, with an ordinary ink, how beautiful that's going to look, how pretty that's going to come through for you. Think
about having those lovely bright lights, the LEDs behind.
Yeah, when you
Let's get Christmassy.
Yeah, to me this is the perfect image for Christmas. As I said earlier, the church kind of is good for everything, isn't it? It's there at every stage. So it's just trying to dress it up for whatever occasions we need. With the stamp set, there's some christening and some wedding sentiments. Because I felt it was a little bit early for Christmas. But absolutely.
Is it ever too early?
Well, I keep making Christmas cards. And people get like, what are you doing?
It's because you get the snow out, you get the glitter out. Right, how many sheets do you get? I believe it's 5. Yes, 5 sheets of 375 GSM. Now, have you got a piece that I can just rip and show them? I don't want to take a new bit.
Now, where did I put it? Here.
Or can I use, oh, there we go.
There you go, play.
Because look at this. So if you love that vellum texture, but obviously look at the transparency that you get through it. So think about boxes, you know, baby shoes, things like this, little party favours, wedding favours. But look at that. Look at that texture you get on that inside. And again, you can add ink to this. So if you're into mixed media, absolutely exceptional. So that's Shop Cloud, only $3.99 today.
Okay, so a little bit of colouring for this one. So just like we would with vellum, we're going to turn it over and we're going to work on the reverse of it.
Perfect.
So again, going in with our alcohol markers, we're just going to trace around where our foliage is and just add in some details.
It's almost like stained glass window then, isn't it, when you're doing it from the reverse. And also it is that little bit more forgiving.
But you see that come through beautifully. Yeah. Again, something like mirror card beneath this can be really nice because it gives that sort of light from behind effect,
make
which
it
works
pop
really nicely as well. So then we're going to die cutting. So can I have that piece back that I gave you?
Yes, I'll let you have it. I did rip it a little.
That's all right, that's fine. I just wanted to share it with you being die cut because I think sometimes we kind of imagine a material like this could be a bit tricky. Yeah. So let's find one of our sort of
thinking that it may cling into the die, it may split, you may get, you know, cracking as you cut as well.
And I don't think you should find any of that.
No, you don't want to find that out. That's what we're here for.
We don't want to do any of that.
You.
So let's send this through and see what we create. Now as this cuts, we're going to get a lovely sort of deboss detail on a couple of the petals. Yep. I'm using our Forget-Me-Not die set, which again should be on our brand shop. Yep. It's one of our older dies, but this could be any of our dies. When we start looking at some of the foliage, you're going to see you can go really fine and detailed with
50% of cloud has gone.
Wow.
We said this, didn't we?
We did think this.
Because it is gorgeous. It's a fabulous concept. I mean, I love working with vellum. I love just using it as a ripped bit across a stamped card. Really, really simple. But look how that cuts.
It's gorgeous,
there is none. Look. There's no cracking whatsoever.
No cracking, great
and it's
performing.
So thick. Oh, I love, love, love it.
And then we're going to colour these.
Perfect.
So we'll take these off 1 second and we'll get rid of the matte.
But look, you've got a stencil.
Yeah, and they're quite a good quality.
A good thick stencil as well. Or what I love doing is die cutting things like this and then adding them as frames and things, putting things behind and just gives you that sort of dimension that you can add. So
when I'm colouring these for flowers, what I tend to do is I will go to the front of the product first of all, and I will add down my first layer. Yeah. You don't have to do this as intense as I am, but I wanted them to really stand alone and be a colour, not sort of just subdued like they are on the colour on the reverse of them. Then I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to colour on the back of the flower. Look how quick it dries. Yeah, I said this, and you'd think possibly that might take a second to settle. Well, you know what it's like, if you print on vellum, you have to leave it because one, it curls, and also you get drips from the side. Exactly. It's just how it is when you're trying to add that on top of already a really compacted vellum, because it's all about the pressure that creates this. Of course. So once I've done the front, I do the back, then I flip it over and I do the front again. Yep. Just to make sure it's nice and coloured all the way through. You would normally leave this just a second to set, but we'll go in and we'll start forming. So all we're doing is literally pinching. Yep. Pinch each petal to give it that little point and that little bit of lift. And there is the first layer to our flower. Oh, that's beautiful. And that will really stand up to that. Yeah. I know we have to worry about the longevity and the lifespan of a flower. Of course. Especially when we make them out of thin papers and we know that maybe they're going into home decor frames. Yeah. Sometimes or sending them in the post. Yeah. They get there and they're like, you know, at least with this you're going to have that structure, which I really, really love. So we're going to go on to our card. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I have a feeling I've lost my church, which is never good. You lost your church? I think I've lost my church. Don't worry, let's just make a floral thing. Yeah, no, it's fine. So this part here, this little white part, we will play with that and show you this because this is fun. So this again is bringing in, and what I wanted was a confetti background to go behind my church. So I wanted that idea that we're sort of throwing the confetti up in the sky and seeing how it lands, to go with that wedding day vibe. Yeah. So let's bring in, we'll use these two. Let's start with sunrise. So I'll bring in the sunrise. I'm going to go from the pad this time. We could use the Ringo if we prefer. And we're going to go with a fuchsia pink. And we're going to place those down. And we're going to let's find some water. This will do. And we'll give it a little mist with some water. Perfect. And then we're going to go in with a brush, if we can find one. Here we go. This one should do. I'm going to give that a little mix down, just so that we've got a diluted part, and then we're going to bring in a piece of card, and very easily we're just going to start tapping to create our confetti background. So these are great for building up and making backs with them as well.
Lush.
Maybe you want a stamp of this, maybe you want to add in more to it.
Of course.
But if you want to just keep it quite subtle, then this is a fun way to make a sort of polka dotty background.
I love that. I find a fan brush works best for me.
Yes, so do I, but I can't find that.
Don't worry, my love.
So we're going to use this one.
Don't worry, we won't tell anyone. No one
I've got one here somewhere.
Up, there it is.
I tell you, this is how the last 48 hours have gone.
Don't. With me, if it's not in my pocket, I don't own it.
I've got this whole trolley, I've moved in, and yet everything going on, I can't find it.
Don't worry, my darling. So before you waste that, bring that back. I've just had some idea. Should we spray it and then take some lip prints?
Yeah, we can do that. Go for it.
You know me, I'm excited. Because this is where you can make it go even further. And I never waste ink. I can't. I really can't.
Let's play.
Look, now.
So already we've started to build up, but we can start going back in. You might again want to add more colours.
Of course.
You might want to go back in with a bit more of the same or add some more to them, but that will dry and look just as beautiful. And actually going over the part where we did the splattering
it's nice, isn't it?
We've got more texture and more depth going on in the background here. So yeah, we'll show you more of this with more demos, but yes, absolutely great to do so.
It's gorgeous. I love that. So here's your card.
Thank you.
I've been keeping everything tidy over here, trying.
Honestly, I just work in chaos.
Oh, me too. I like building a nice craft fort around myself.
A craft fort?
Yeah, stuff.
Craft fort. Okay.
Just stuff around myself. And and then I'm just sitting there and I'm so happy.
Yeah, that's your happy place.
It is. Now, 35% of the stamp has already gone. So that is all of the backgrounds plus all of those iconic scenes that you've got on there. We'll have a look in them just a second. 50% of cloud has gone. I'm not surprised. 5 sheets, 375, A4 in size. Absolutely ingenious. It really, really is. And just having that additional texture that you can add into your projects to make them more interesting is fab.
I wish I knew where I'd put my church. Oh. I know I had it.
I bet it's somewhere special.
I know it's like, it can't be that far away.
It couldn't have run off. Look, Sam's helping. Yeah, we've got Sam on camera now as well.
Everybody on hunt for the church. It can't be that far. We'll go ahead without it.
You know we're going to find it as soon as we go off air.
It doesn't matter. It's fine. So we'll bring in our happy anniversary and we'll place that down.
Lovely.
We'll go over here.
Now that is from our shop Layered. So I'm just going to take these boards and show you them quickly because it's not a choice that you get with the Layered either. It's all of the dies that you get here for $22.99. Absolutely exceptional. I love all the nested layers that you get with it as well. Beautiful. So that's shop Layered, $22.99 today. And again, not a choice. You get everything, which I love. Look at me putting them in the right places as well.
Impressed.
I know. Don't take much.
Very impressed.
It's early in the week though, isn't it? It's not Friday yet. By Friday, anything could happen.
Anything could happen. It could all go terribly wrong.
It could, it could.
So all I'm doing now is these, again, are florals cut from our Clouded in Mystery.
Beautiful.
So again, when we go into the detail work that you can see within these, they really can handle quite delicate dyes as well.
Yep.
Although we would sort of tell you that obviously the more delicate you go, the more sort of difficult a job you're going to be having. With this machine especially, that cuts like a dream. So I've got a couple more small flowers we could possibly add in, but we'll leave it at that point. And I'll share this one with you as well, because if I could find my church, then we'd have the church to go in the middle.
You're late for church.
Gone and lost it. It's just gone.
Late for church. Absolutely exceptional. Honestly, you've blown me away. I feel so super inspired. Now let's have a look at them stamps in a little bit more detail. So first things first, I'm going to go background. So I'm going to show you the actual background stamps. It's a collection of 3. You've got your lovely newsprint, which I really, really love. Think about snipping it down, using it as tuck-ins, using it as texture, but the kind of things that you can create as that background is absolutely exceptional. And of course, mix and match together with the others that we have in the collection as well. See what I mean? Like snipping them down and making them into like little beautiful, almost like receipts, little cutouts if you like. Then we have the essential backgrounds, which is that beautiful floral vine. Honestly, the size is phenomenal. Adding that detail in, it just works so beautifully to create your scenes as well. Just having that, oh look, I'm all getting scooped with, aren't I, Sam? Sam's taken over from our Bex, because Bex has got other work to do upstairs. But yeah, so good morning, Sam, you all right, darling? And see how it mixes in with the church as well. So that is the floral vine. So this is part of the background collection. So shop background, I'm just going to double check the price, $29.99 today. Then we've got them fabulous words. These are key essentials. I mean, just look how much you get on there. If you're part of a craft group, stamp once, chop them out. That's your whole class's sentiments done. It's so easy. So that is shop backgrounds. But if you like me and you want more, let's have a look at the others that we have as well. So this is part of the architect. So shop architect, and that's $33.99. But honestly, friends, crafter to crafter, let's get the most cost-effective and exclusive ways to get these, because you can't get these anywhere else. That is shop stamp, and it's $59.99 today. So that's your beautiful fairy tale castle, where I will be skipping off to later.
That's the plan, is it?
To eat jam tarts.
Okay, very good. I like a plan.
Maybe with some frogs, you never know.
Okay.
Frog footman. I would like one of them. That would be handy, wouldn't it? But you can just see in how many different directions that you can take that fairy tale castle with. Next, I'm going to show you the church, which I have here. And like you said, it goes across the board. Christmas, birthdays with sympathy, weddings, every occasion, christenings. I mean, look at that. Absolutely essential. And look at the sentiments you get with it as well. So you've got everything in there ready to go, which I love. Then we also have, oh, have I mixed samples? No.
You've done incredibly well.
I know.
So then,
I'm trying. So then we've got our lighthouse, which I love, really, really love. And of course, then you can go sea themed. You can add mermaids in if you wanted. There is so much going on with this. Then the final stamp that we have in this collection is, what have I done with it? Oh, there he is.
The pub.
The pub, which we all need, to be honest. Even if you just go for nice pub grub dinners. Yeah. I do love a pub dinner.
Oh,
aren't they? Nice. It's the chips, the smell of the chips when you get in the car park.
That's what gets you.
I'm like the Bisto kid. I'm like, oh. And puddings.
It's any of it really, isn't it? Yeah,
well, I was telling people at Sandown at the weekend, my body is not a temple, it's a cake shop.
That should be a stump, shouldn't it? That should be a stump.
Stay in this place, you never know. So, of course, we've got that beautiful, exceptional pub that Jamie's been working with, and of course, hand in hand, mixing in with the backgrounds. It's absolutely iconic. It really, really is. I mean, for scrapbooking pages as well, because a lot of people have parties now at the pubs. You can hire them and stuff, can't you?
Yeah.
So this is a great way to be able to incorporate that in as well. So the whole set today of all of the stamps, so you've got all of them brilliant scenes plus all of the backgrounds, shop stamp $59.99 today, and that is brilliant value. It really, really is. I love them. What are we doing next, my
So
love?
we're going to do a bit of a kind of recap of what we just did,
Yep.
but we're going to do it in a slightly different way. So this card is actually done kind of how we just did the last one, where we was taking the inks
mopping,
mopping them up. But I just wanted to show you a slightly different version of that as well. I found with these inks, they're quite nice if you take your cards. So I've already gone ahead and I've stamped our happy birthday sentiment across them.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to take the ink directly, and you don't have to do this with yours if you don't want to, but down to the card instead. And then just start blending them.
Lovely.
So you can be a bit more messy with them. You can do this for blending tool instead if you prefer, if you're more precious about your pads. I'm never too particular. I know that sounds awful, but we can
No,
refill
but yeah,
them, we can
yeah.
remake
I mean,
them.
sometimes you can just take a cloth and wipe that contamination off with other
Exactly.
colours anyway.
But no, I'm kind of a messy crafter, and I'm always up for causing mischief.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, and it's like Tim always says he never washes his stamps. That
No.
was a green light. A stamp has never been washed.
Me too.
Since I heard that sort of quote.
What's the point? I didn't even know you could get stamps that clean.
No.
I was like that.
No,
What? Why is that so clean?
there is no need. If Tim don't want it, I don't need it. You
Well,
know?
and Timmy's God.
Exactly.
In the craft world.
So a little bit of blending.
Don't forget to pop spin in the comments if you want to play our Wheel of Fortune. You could be up for a goodie bag today.
So again, you've got that lovely pearlescence coming through, that lovely metallic shimmer highlighted there. With this one, once I had created it, this one was done in the way that we just did the last one with the more mop and pick up style, but showing you different ways. I then sent it through and embossed it with our heart stencil, which you should find on the brand's shop again.
So if we flicked water on top of that, what would we get?
Should we give it a go?
Oh yes, please.
I don't think I've done that. So just sort of a bit of a flick.
Yeah, just a little bit of a flick.
A bit of pick up, or do you want to leave it as is?
Let's see what happened. Oh look, you're getting some really nice pulls, but the iridescentness is not blended away. Like sometimes when you spray water on top of iridescent ink pads, it almost dilutes it and makes it stops being iridescent.
Yeah. Should we do a bit of a pick up and
let's
see
take
what
a
we
print.
get?
Take a print.
Just a small area, see if that comes up okay.
Oh, a little bit.
Yeah, not too blotchy left, but you know, that's play.
It is, yeah. Enjoy yourself with them, and that's what it's all about. It really, really is.
Actually, while we're playing, I'm
while we're playing,
I'm going to show you this as well, because this is something I fell in love with. This is
go
something
on.
that's different. So going back to we will finish the card in a mo, I promise. We're going to go back to our re-inker, and we're going to bring this out. We're going to put it down onto our mat, and we're going to bring in our glue. Yeah. So when we're looking at the re-inkers and the ink pads, obviously these, and I keep getting this wrong, so correct me when I say it wrong. They're going to go onto non-porous surfaces.
Yeah.
That I've got it right.
Yeah.
I had this whole thing the other day on a live that went terribly wrong. I think I convinced several hundred Canadians I was insane.
Okay,
because I couldn't get the porous, non-porous bit all on my own right.
That's fine.
Sometimes you need.
But they would probably go on both, to be honest.
Well, they won't dry. They would potentially stay wet on their own.
But it would stain, surely, because they're high pigment.
Depends on what we're on, but give it a go. Again, try it.
Exactly.
It's very hard to try every single possible option.
Of course.
But if we bring in our glue and we make a mix, so again, if we go back to one of our paintbrushes and we bring that in and we start mixing that around, we'll use a palette knife actually. If we start mixing that, we can then end up with making our very own bonded pigment.
It's gloss.
As such.
It'll be cold gloss.
You will end up with a bit of a matte finish to it, but B, it's suddenly now going to dry on all of the things that these normally wouldn't.
Oh,
so I'm talking acetates, for instance. I'm talking mirror cards. So let's bring in...
Now, would that be peelable? Excuse me.
No, and I will show you one that's dry in a moment.
Okay.
If I was to bring in some mirror card, and this is a new technique. We did a whole live of these the other night in the UK. Yeah. And this is a technique I come up with when we was doing our Canadian broadcast. So a lot of people might not have seen this one if they did watch the live. We did cover a lot of techniques. But we're going to bring in a brayer, and we're now going to take this over the top of the mirror card. Now, as I say, normally that ink wouldn't sit on here. We wouldn't get this to stay. But if we take this and we keep brayering it down, we're going to get that cool texture that's being created. Now the glue goes on white, but it's going to dry clear. Of course. So the minute that's dry, let's skip to doing one here.
Oh, you excite me, Jamie.
We've created a kind of textured.
And it's dry, it's not coming off.
No, it's staying, it's not moving.
You could emboss that and then sand that back.
You could emboss it, you could stencil over the top of it, you could stamp over the top of it, you could die cut it, you know, the options are endless. Yeah. But to me, we've made our own coloured mirror card that again is going to go in and it's going to match with our stamping, it's going to match with our misting, it's going to match with our texture paste that we created earlier. We've just taken that one colour and put it through every finish we could want.
Brilliant.
Or maybe you've got some stained glass dyes and you want to put the stained glass dye onto acetate and you want to paint in the apertures. Yeah. now you've got that mix that's going to stay on your acetate.
That is brilliant.
So like, I used to do a technique called quartz and crystal. We attempted this the other night and I lied, that went terribly. It's not been a good week actually.
Don't worry, Sally.
Not been a good week at all. But you could do the quartz and crystal technique with them as well.
Of course you could.
So again, lots of different ways you can take that.
That is beautiful. Let's talk about them inks quickly. Remember to pop spin in the comments if you want to be in the chance for winning a goodie bag today. So we've got metallics. These were our traditional ones, your first set that you brought to us. You've got your silver lining, your black suede, your sea breeze, that beautiful royal purple, and of course that brushed gold. That's shop metallic, $29.99 today. But if you want to go for the bottles, now like Jamie said, these could be re-inkers. You could use them straight out from, you can use them to mix with and become your alchemists of colour, which I really love. Shop ink, $22.99, and you're going to get the 5 bottles of that, and there's 20 ml in each of those. Then we've got the brand new. There's nothing better, is there, than new things? Yeah. New. It's like, are you going out? No, new. So these are your brand new set 2. This is shop pad. You've got that beautiful cactus green in there, and of course that sunrise yellow, fuchsia pink, sunset red, and the minty fresh. Shop pad, and that's $29.99 today. Now the refills in the bottle, I mean, look at the vibrancy of them colours, is shop refill, $22.99. Now Amber, what time is checkout today? It's 8 o'clock tonight. But I do warn you now, if something sells out and you've got it in your basket, it will be taken from your basket and someone will be able to check it out. So please check out as quickly as you can. I mean, we've got another sort of half hour yet. So if you've already built your basket, just get ahead, check out, and then come back and watch us, of course. Don't you just think it's such a brilliant concept of being able to watch and shop at the same time? It's phenomenal, isn't it? Yeah, because, you know, the whole time in live shopping that we've all been doing, it's always been go to the website, blah, 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 ring here, you know. Yep. Now, all in one place.
There's nothing worse than trying to watch something and being on the phone trying to order it.
You're like, one ear.
Yeah, no, I'm with you completely. No, technology really has upped its ability.
We've moved forward.
Yeah. So we're just going to layer this card up just so you can see the finished results. So we're going to bring in our scallop squares with our pierced detail.
Are these on the brand shop?
They are, yep. Again, so one of our nested shapes is the squares. Yep. There's circles, there's ovals, and there's rectangles. We'll be bringing you the rectangles in more detail later.
Lovely.
We're then going to bring in the panel we've created, and we're going to place that down into the centre. I've just added a little ribbon around the middle of it.
Beautiful.
We're going to bring in a little piece of foam tape again, and we're going to just add a little bow to finish this off in the centre, just to give a little point to look at, really, a point of reference. I'm going to add that down, and then over the top we're going to sandwich that in with a little gem that's again onto some foam tape, just so it's got a little squidge down, and that completes that very simple, very easy card. Nothing complicated.
Oh, I love it though, because even though that looks so intricate, it looks like you've spent hours individually stamping all them sentiments. You've got the sentiment as a panel. Also using those inks in a really different way. It just takes you to the next level. It really, really does. So, and do you know what I love about your work, Jamie, is that no matter where you are on your journey, your crafting journey, it fits.
Thank you.
Do you know what I mean? Like I'm really inky, really messy, so I can really sort of affiliate with this. But some people may just want to go back to traditional, and this is how simple it is to create with Jamie Rodgers Crafts. It's absolutely essential. Now, if you want to have a look at his own shop that we have on, you just go to live shopping VIP. Just go on there and his whole brand page is there. So if we haven't got enough for you, go and look on there and fill your basket even more. You can do that. I'm just going to quickly go through them stamps again because, you know, they're too good to miss out. Come Sam, let's have a look. So what we've got here, oh, and I will, on my way back, we'll talk about inks again. So shop backgrounds, these are the 3 beautiful, now these are actually A5 in length, aren't they?
Yes, they are, yeah.
Which is fabulous. And I love that it's a repeat image, so you can seamlessly just make it onto your next page, accentuate it, perfect for scrapbooking. I mean, you could even lay these into air drying clay, couldn't you? That would be nice. Do you know what I do? I put cling film over the clay.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah, so you've protected it.
Yeah, then I just use the air drying clay, let it dry, and then I go in with like gilding wax, or you could even go straight in with brushed gold, couldn't you, with that gorgeous iridescent gold. So these are the 3 backgrounds that we're highlighting today. Shop backgrounds, $29.99, which is incredible value. It really is. And remember, these are exclusive to us as well. The next level we've got is Shop Architect, $33.99. This is where you get your lighthouse, you got the pub, you got the church, and you got that fairy tale castle. I mean, you could even build up like a proper scene, like have the castle on the hill in the background. You've got all these little twiddly bits, the fillers, the worker stamps. So you've got all of these to build your scene and accentuate it even further. So Shop Architect, $33.99. But like I said, your best exclusive value is the whole set. So that's Shop Stamp, and that's $59.99 today. So pop them in your baskets. On our way back, we'll just have a little talk about the inks. So we've got the traditional original designs, which are Shop Metallic. This is your set 1. And look at the lids. Oh, I love this. Because look, it's got an actual proper little recess that the lid sits in. So look, the lid doesn't come off. Game changer. No lid comes off.
We like that, don't we? How many times do we knock them on the floor and end up
so many
printing the carpet yellow?
Again. Yeah. Then the cat walks in it. And Brilliant. Absolutely exceptional. So that is Shop Metallic. Then, of course, we have our refill inkers, which is Shop Ink, $22.99, but these work standalone. For me personally, not only would I buy both, because then you've got the re-inkers, you're also going to stop contaminating your inks because you've actually got that as a pure liquid to come out that you can mix and match. The next one I want to show you is the brand new set. So exciting. So this is Shop Pad. This is set 2. These are your brand new colours. So you've got that lovely fuchsia pink, you've got that cactus green, you've got the misty fresh, sunrise yellow and sunset red. Ingenious. $29.99. But if you want to go for the bottles as well, now 20ml that you're getting in there as well, that's $22.99. Shop Refill. Are you ready for me, lovely?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yep. So this is the one that we're going to do next. So we're going to bring in one of our fancy circles, gold, foiled inkable frames. That's a mouthful, isn't it?
It is a bit of a mouthful.
I'm sure we could have come up with a shorter name for that, but that's what we're going to work with.
Just give it like an acronym or something. Yeah. So these are brilliant. So not only do you get 10 sheets of 20 by 20 beautiful quality cardstock, every single one is foiled. So the one that I'm showing you here is your fancy gold, which just gives you multiple different options of frames, and of course you can die cut them, you can cut into them, do whatever you like. So we've got that in fancy gold and fancy silver. Then we have our plain silver or plain gold. Now fancy gold is 10% gone already. Each one of these retail for you today only £3.99. So it's a really cost-effective way of crafting, isn't it?
That's what we want.
Yeah, exactly.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to start sort of zhuzhing them up a little bit, if you like.
I love that. So look at these, I'm loving this. He's not going to lose his balls, are you?
No. They're a bit of a weight to carry around, but they keep me organised.
They keep everything together. Yeah, we all need it.
I'm going to bring in our pierced circle that comes with our scallop set. We're going to place that one down first of all.
Lovely.
We're then going to bring in one of our plain circles and we're going to put that on the inside there. And then we're going to anchor these down with just a couple of pieces of tape. And we're going to favour the inside part because we know that we're not going to be using that. And then we'd like to, again, add some detail to the outside. So we know that we've just added in that pierced element to the middle of the circle.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to our square boards.
Lovely.
And we're going to bring in, let's see.
I love the postage edge.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? It's just pretty.
Yeah. It's like rickrack. I love it. Yeah.
So we'll go from maybe that size. Oh, come away.
I do that. I leave tape on mine all the time.
Well, I quite like it because if you're trying to protect...
if you're quick, yeah.
And if you're trying to protect what you're doing on the next layer,
yeah,
then like here, I can tape from that part out.
Yeah.
So it gives me that more leeway.
Of course, yeah, I get that.
Where I don't need the outside to this, so it's not as important. But we'll anchor that down in both corners and we'll send this for our machine, just so we can show you how you can really use these as a base and build up from there. You know, we give them to you relatively plain but fancy, then you can choose where you take them.
Think about making your own books and things with these.
I was thinking that with the stamps. Yeah, if you wanted to do a little storybook for children, maybe leave out the pub. Yeah. But you could certainly go for
but would they know it's an actual pub? They'll just think it's a pretty summer house.
Exactly, yeah. Especially if there is a little pub sign that hangs on the side of the pub, but if you was to stamp it, it would just look like a thatch cottage.
Mask it off.
Yeah, or that. Or you could end up with a very nice little thatch cottage. So we'll go in and we'll start taking away all of these elements, and we can then see we have got our pierced detail running around the inside, we've got our pierced around the outside, we've got our scallop, and we've got our flat edge. So everything there is then ready to be our frame to go over our next panel.
Fabulous. Now this is how you could make your shaker cards, couldn't you? Just pop a little bit of acetate in there. I
avoid shaker cards like the plague because mine always leak. Doesn't matter what I do, what I use, how I do them.
The key is use foam on a roll and curve round corners, not overlap.
Okay.
That's what I've heard.
The trick?
That's my trick. But believe me, I've done it live on telly many times. Stood it up and it just falls out.
I'm always scared somebody's going to sue me because they're going to lose an eye. Honestly. So I just avoid. We all have things, don't we?
We all do.
We embrace or we avoid. Shaker cards is my avoidance.
Now, don't you think it's funny? Now, let's go back, say, 15 years. Would you have stamped live on telly?
No.
It's funny, isn't it?
No.
Because I never used to stamp live on telly because we didn't have such brilliant platforms and things to be able to get precision, to be able to go back in. And also, a lot of stamps were rubber. Yeah. So you couldn't see the
wooden blocks. No.
And then you start rocking and then you get a splurge. Different world now.
It is a different
It's so
world.
professional now, isn't it?
Well, it's fail-safe.
Yeah, that's what I love about it.
You know, even like that image, I can see that maybe this bit could have done with another stamp over it. I could easily do that if I want to. I don't need it, so it doesn't matter. But that's the joy of having the press. It's not the stamp, it's me. If I don't put the pressure in that area, that's going to give me that ability to go back in and do it again, which is what we need. So again, all I would do is just bring in some alcohol markers to do some colouring, and then I would dress this up. Around the edges, you can bring in your metallic inks, and I've just done a little bit of blending to make that night sky effect. And then we're going to bring in our panel, our frame that we've created.
Now these colours are absolutely perfect for steampunk as well, aren't
they?
The gold and the teal and
very much so, yes.
So don't just think, you know, stick to traditional colours. Think about, you know, your own personal style and how you will adapt it to that.
I'm really looking forward to getting back to doing lots of Christmas crafts. Yes. I have been sneaking bits in. I am doing little bits. But the actual sort of
You're
full-on...
an avid Christmas crafter, aren't you?
Yeah, very much. Not so much in love with Christmas.
Yeah.
Just love the
crafting.
Just the
making,
yeah. I think
do you know what?
The colours, the designs.
I love making crackers and things.
Oh, yes.
Yes, so much fun, isn't it? I love that.
I think it's the way that you've kind of got a rule book to Christmas, haven't you? You've got them colours that you're going to go to, your favourites. You know your composition, you know your layout pretty much before you've even begun to a degree.
It's brilliant.
I can't wait to get back to Christmas. But taking the metallics into poinsettias,
lovely.
Like
Do you know what? I've just had a brainwave. Mother's Day, especially with the cloud, with that vellum, them beautiful florals. It's the end of the month. You will get it in time. You'll have plenty of time to make things. Fabulous. Mother's Day. Or maybe your mum's a crafter. This will be the perfect set because it's so for everybody, no matter what your style is.
Is your mum a crafter?
My mum is a crafter, but she doesn't craft as much as I'd like her to.
Okay.
Like, you know, I ring her and I say, oh, you're doing this today? And she's like, oh, no, I'm just watching Casualty. And I'm like, really? Like, and she goes, oh, I'm a bit bored. I go, how can you be bored? I'm never bored. Yep. I have so many things constantly that I want and need to do.
Whizzing round up here that have just got to come out and be created.
It wakes me up at night. It's and you've, excuse me, use them lovely sentiments as well.
Yep, so just the with love, with the match and with love
That's beautiful. So remember, the sentiments are shop layered, and you're getting all of these included. So you've got your With Love with your trilogy as well. Absolutely gorgeous. You've got your Happy Easter, your With Sympathy. You've also got Sending Love and Wishes, and of course all of this is snippable as well, and Happy Anniversary. Beautiful key sentiments that you'll be able to use across the board, whether you're using the stamps or whether you're just using the inks. Absolutely exceptional. Now 30% of layer has gone, so get ahead quick, because once it's gone, it's gone. So what are we up to next? So I'm still trying to keep things in order. I'm being so good. I'm just going to show them some samples.
I'll do it everywhere. I could never do your side of this. I would be a car crash. It would go everywhere.
It wouldn't. It would be fine. I think it's because it used to really wind me up when people used to mix it. So now I'm like, no, I really won't mix them together.
So it is.
Now these are beautiful, but see how you can adapt. Add all of that in with the fabulous sentiments and the layers that you're getting inclusive with that. Oh, look at that. And I love that. I love doing that. So if you cut 3 or 4 layers of the sentiment, it almost turns into like chipboard. You can also seal this with PVA glue, and then you can attach it to necklaces, brooches.
Yeah.
It goes so much further.
Yeah.
Really, really does. And then we've got a few more. I just want to show you the anniversary. Look at that. Absolutely sensational. So that is shop layer, and that's $22.99.
So
60% cloud.
That's it.
It's nearly flown away.
Flown away. We're nearly at a clear day.
Nearly.
Nearly at a clear day.
Nearly.
So all I'm going to do here is, we'll go back to that.
Oh, I do that. It don't matter. Don't worry.
I didn't clean it last time. So we're going to go to our lovely newsprint stamp.
Yeah, I love this.
We're actually going to go to some of the gold, because what I wanted to share with you is how with our metallic inks we can layer our colour in. So this is the brushed gold from the original set of metallic
from
inks.
set 1, and that is shop metallic, only $29.99 today. Remember, you get 5 full pots. They're not even the minis. It's incredible.
They're not. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back over with some of our black. So this is the black suede.
Ooh.
And we're going to mix and match our metallics to end up with a multicolour background.
Lovely.
Which is something I really like doing. So we're not intentionally pushing in all of the areas.
No, you want it patchy.
We want patch. That's what we're aiming for.
Now, would you spray that as well and then take a second print off?
You absolutely could do if you want to.
Because
why
I would, because I'd think of all the ink that's left on there.
Why not? And might be clean then.
Well, you never know.
Which never hurts either.
Never hurts.
So what we're going to do is we're going to bring this in and we're going to drop that down just
But look how
slightly.
You can exactly fit it together. Exceptional.
And then we can go back in and accentuate that again, or extend that out. A little bit of movement there as we've lifted, but that isn't the end of the world. We will give that stamp just a little wipe over, just so we don't put too much of the black onto the gold ink. Again, being neater than I would be left to my own devices. Because of, life's too short.
Yeah.
But we'll go in with the gold.
Beautiful.
Add that down. And again, not pushing in all of the areas.
Oh, lovely.
Get a bit more patch now. I'm actually quite happy with that, because I've got some of the black in there as well.
Yep.
So we'll come away with that. And I quite like how that's coming out.
That's beautiful. Yeah, I like that. But then you could go in maybe with a stencil over the top. You could blend your edges. You could, I mean, if you wanted to create this as a piece of paper and sell this, are you able to do that?
Of course I can.
Oh,
I don't. I often say this, and it sounds awful, doesn't it? I never really, we're not going to know what people do. So I would prefer to give you permission.
We're not the craft police.
No. We're not with you every minute, every day. So I'd prefer to give you permission and let you do whatever you can that's going to help you.
Think about creating your own backgrounds, sell them. That's I think, if you can make money from what you do, what you love, also it funds your next project.
Yes, exactly. And that's what we need, isn't it?
Definitely.
We need that way to possibly raise for charity or raise for ourselves.
Yep.
But it's all about making sure that we can carry on crafting and enjoying our hobby and getting the most out of our products. I think the more limitations we put in your way, the less chance you've got to play and enjoy. And I don't want to do that.
It doesn't let you fly, does it?
Exactly.
Otherwise, you feel like you're caged before you start.
Yes. So now if you want to, it's one of the questions we often get is, can we take the dies and extend the sizes on scan and cut?
Yep.
Absolutely
Oh,
fine.
you're allowed to do that?
Whatever you want.
Brilliant, love that.
Again, we don't mind. We would prefer you get as much out of the artwork, out of the product as you possibly can.
Of course.
So again, just going around, like Harley said, just dressing the edges, just dressing this up slightly. Because it won't a perfectly crisp stamped image, it's also quite a nice way to disguise that a little bit.
It finishes it, yeah,
blends it
really
all
does.
We could possibly do a few splats over the top of it and bits too if we wanted to.
See, I'd spray water on my mat and then pick up from there just to let it bleed in a bit more.
Should we give it a go?
Oh, shall we? Look, I just encourage you, don't I? I'm like, yes, do it.
Let's begin more. We can layer, we can play. There's no reason why we can't. There's nothing that's preventing us.
Yes,
that's kind of lovely,
that's lovely. And do you know what? You haven't lost any of the iridescentness at all. It's still super crisp and vibrant and beautiful.
Vintage. You know, if you're doing a scrapbook,
do love a bit of vintage. Love a bit of vintage.
But perfect for that vintage feeling. You know, scrapbooking my grandparents.
I tell you what, that would give seven gypsies a run for its money.
It is that style, isn't it?
It is styling.
Very much, very much. But as you say, very easy to do.
Yeah.
This one is the one we're actually going to use on the card.
Yeah.
So slightly different, done just in plain black ink and then coloured with some tea dye distressing.
Beautiful.
I think I prefer this one. Now I stand here.
We've started now, haven't we?
Yeah. I like the two-tone of the metallics. I think that's
I do.
Nicer.
I absolutely adore that. To me, I mean, that looks like a real magazine that you've just cut up, even though it's absolutely exceptional, beautiful, crisp stamping. But for me, look at the dimension that you can create, the softness.
But isn't it great to see like that? Okay, we're happy with how that went. But you could look at that at some stage and think, that wasn't perfect. Yeah. That wasn't intentional. But actually just playing and adding and keep going.
Do you know what I do? Especially with panels like this that are pieces, cut them into strips, just ink around the edges so they all look totally separate. Chop them down and just have them at different levels. That works really well.
Not the same. Have you seen, where have I hid it? There's a board somewhere.
A board?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited.
It's a wooden board. It's an MDF tag, and she's made it look like a notice board.
I did see it. I did. I love it. Look at that. It's fabulous. Oh, we've got tickles in the house. There we go. Look at that.
So Sharon's done that for my design team.
That's brilliant.
How you can cut the different pieces out and then use those. I thought that was a nice idea.
And I love that you've got a craft market in there. You've got your perfume. You've got typewriter. So really it goes across the board of where you could send them to.
Yeah, there's some sport elements down on the bottom corner as well. So again, everybody in the family should be able to be covered by that one stamp. Perfume adverts on there, gossip columns, concerts. So yeah, everybody, everything. Even collections that are coming.
Gorgeous.
Will come back and work with that stamp so that everything ties in somewhere.
Fabulous.
And then we're just going to bring in a white square, again going back to our layers.
Yep.
And then we're going to bring in our little pub that once again has been stamped and coloured. And we're going to add that on here. In with that stamp set, you've got a little stamp that says "Take It Easy." So we're going to bring that in and place it just up in the top corner. And then we've got a couple of glasses of wine that again have been cut out ready. So we can bring these in and we can just place these over the corner here as well.
Now, do you prefer, when you're cutting individual elements like this, do you prefer to leave a white edge or do you prefer to cut it tight? I suppose it depends what project you're creating.
Yeah, very much so for me. I do a little bit of both, to be honest. I do love it if I've got a die that's going to do it for me.
It's always nice.
But if I haven't, then usually a little bit of a white edge so I can be a little bit more distant from anything that's too delicate.
Yeah.
But that's that one completed, just
Gorgeous.
to show you. This one's slightly brighter than the original, which again is kind of nice to show you the different tones you can achieve.
Definitely. But you can take that in multiple directions. You really, really can. I love that you could have little tuck-ins as well if you cut these down individually and pop them in as a layer. Nice, or almost use them like a rosette in a corner. You could do that, plus add in your bows. So let's have a look at those stamps because we've only got not long left. So we have shop backgrounds and we just looked at those beautiful backgrounds. That was that magazine one, the newspaper one, sorry, that I just showed you. We've also got our fabulous happy birthday and of course our beautiful vines. $29.99 today. exceptional value. It really, really is. And just for such rich, beautiful artwork that you can use in multiple different ways. Then we have Shop Architect, which is our scenes, $33.99 today. And you've got obviously your fairy tale castle, you've got your lighthouse, you've got the pub, you've got your church in there as well. And that's $33.99, but best value ever and exclusive. Go for the whole lot. If you're part of a craft group, maybe you'll chip in together. Really, really cost effective. Only $59.99 today. So you could do retirement cards, you could do masculine cards, you could do just so many different things. With a background stamp, for me, as a scene, it's my starting point. You could have characters in, you could, you know, there's multiple different ways that you can take that. So shop stamp, $59.99 today. I'm just going to recap on the inks as well. So we have our fabulous Shop Metallic. These were the first set one, your traditional first set of inks. Only, excuse me, $29.99. Then we've got our refills, which is Shop Ink, only $22.99. And you don't lose any of the vibrancy whatsoever. So maybe you went for set one, and now you've been waiting for set two. Now is the time to invest. Or maybe you're brand new. Maybe you're new. Yeah, you've not seen us before. Welcome. How do we shop? Type the code that I give you in the comments. We'll send you a virtual basket to your personal messages and you just check out. This is set two, so this is the brand new set. Shop pads, $29.99 today, and 45% of that has gone already. If you want to go for your, I think we should call them ink droppers.
Ink droppers, yes.
Do you reckon? Yeah.
Yes.
So this is Shop Refill, only $22.99. Absolutely beautiful. Remember all of those fabulous frames that Jamie's been using as well. We've got the plain gold and the plain silver. These are so Art Deco, aren't they? I love the squares. Yes. They're just so classy. $3.99 a piece, and you get 10 sheets of each. Then we've got fancy silver and fancy gold, $3.99 a piece again, and you get 10 sheets in there, 20 by 20. Now, cloud is 55% gone. This is that incredible, beautiful, heavyweight, transparent cardstock, which is just, how does that work? It's magic, and it will just give you that additional texture, that sort of opaque edge to your craft. You've got that lovely softness that comes with it. Oh, look, he's wooing me again already. Look.
I just thought we mentioned how soft it is. I thought
it's
actually
beautiful.
Seeing
Look how lovely
nice.
That is. It's gorgeous.
You might do a busy background, but only want to see part of it, you know.
So shop Cloud, and that's only $3.99 today. I mean, if I do really arty sort of style backgrounds, I love just using a little vellum with a little bit of a sentiment stamped on it. That's nice. Embossed, done. Beautiful.
Even over a stamped image, that's kind of lovely, isn't it?
So think about doing your faux snow on there and stuff.
Yeah.
Christmas.
Emboss it, Again, add to it first.
Definitely. So what are you going to show me next?
Well, I wanted to show you these before I forget to show them to you.
I'm excited.
We're not going to do it, but I'm just going to talk about it for a second. This is the shaving foam.
Oh, yeah. With your droppings?
Yes. So taking the droppings.
Love. All of a sudden, they've got a new name.
I like that. So taking those, putting shaving foam out into a little tub, dropping the inks over the top, giving it a bit of a mist, laying your card down, picking it up, taking off the excess.
Lovely.
This is the effect you're going to create.
Beautiful.
You're still going to get that metallicness coming through within your swirls, which is what I really wanted to share with you. And the more prints you take, the more subtle it's going to go. So it's obviously down to where you wish to take them.
Gorgeous.
Another thing we can do with these, just before I forget to show you, is you can literally take the droppers, take a bowl of water, drop the droppers on the top, and then drop your card into it or place it.
So it's almost like marbling.
Exactly like marbling.
Brilliant.
Now these are not a marbling ink as such, so some colours will react better than others. I found personally the darker colours worked more intense, you got more of a pattern to them.
Think about doing that with your lighthouse.
Yeah, beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, them sort of seashell backgrounds.
Yeah,
the blacks, the blues, those were my favourites because they gave you more colour through them.
Yeah, more texture.
But play with the different colours and see how you get on.
Fabulous.
Building them up might work. But it was just a different thing I wanted to share with you because you still keep that metallicness running through them.
Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Now, if you are thinking to yourself, well, what is this shaving foam technique? Have a look on my YouTube because me and my Sid, I think he was about 6. So he's proper cute in it, it's like that. We did it. So if you want to have a look at that, go and have a look on the YouTube.
It's just one of them techniques that's been around for donkey's years, isn't it?
It's so much fun.
Such a fun technique.
I love doing it as well. And you never know how it's going to come out.
No, and we get different results every print, every time. So we're going to bring in our lovely floral vine. We're going to place that down. And we're going to bring in our inks again. So we're going to go for our black ink once more.
Lovely.
Just to stamp this one out. Now this is the stamp that again coordinates with our pinstripe stamp. So I know we haven't got it up for you on today's show, but it is going on the brand shop any minute. So hopefully you'll be able to purchase it from there. We'll give that a little stamp down. It's just nice to show you how the things work together.
Oh, that's lovely. That would be great for weddings. That would be, I mean, 'cause it's almost like a daisy chain, isn't it?
It is basically, yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So I'm going to lay that over the top. We'll remove this stamp. We'll then pick this one up, ink again, and then stamp that down. Once that's complete, I'm going to share it with you here. All I've then done is taken some alcohol markers and done a little bit of doodling in within the open areas, a little bit of colouring to just tone in the design that's coming out.
So pretty. Oh, I love that. Absolutely adorable.
But it's easy, it's delicate, and it can then match whatever it is
you can make your own paper ribbons, though. For me, that's like, you know, that's a whole new ballgame, isn't it?
The card that's on display down there, the diorama card that Ian's done, he's just used it down the side of the card as well.
I like that.
And I thought that was really nice. So
that's a really nice
exactly
idea.
As you say, just trimming it down, using little small pieces. It doesn't have to be the full item every time, does it?
Now, I know we've changed our times today, haven't we? Because we had some gremlins this morning, whiffy gremlins. So basically we started an hour later, so we are actually on extra time, shall we say.
We like that.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
With that.
So this is one of your nested circles again.
Nested circle again on the brand shop. Plain circle been used to cut round our castle. Castle just been stamped again and then coloured in with alcohol markers. And then just placed on the top there. Then on the inside, I've just added a little bit of stamping running around the inside of the card.
Lovely. And these sentiments are also included.
They are, yeah. They come with your sentiment stamps as well.
Absolutely love that. That is a beautiful card and so quick. You can do it really, really quick. Yeah, but you can do that quickly, you know. You think, I mean, if you was doing this as a craft project for your group, for instance, you would just die cut everything out, maybe pre-stamp the card, stamp the layers, and then get everyone to colour it in. And do you know what I love is you can have a class of 30 people, and unless you tell them to think outside the box, they'll do just what you say.
Normally 29 of them do.
There'll always be one.
One of them will say, I want to do it different, but that's what we love.
I always go, no, go with it. Do what you do.
It's your card, create it as
exactly.
You want.
Right. I'm going to quickly recap them stamps because we've got under 5 minutes left, and I know we've got to play Spin the Fortune.
Oh,
it's so exciting. So over here we have the beautiful stamps. Now these are exclusive to us. You won't find them anywhere else. So shop backgrounds, pop backgrounds into the comments, and of course only $29.99 today for all 3. We've also got Architect as well, which is those fabulous scenes that you can mix and match. But just look at the amount of worker stamps that you get. So you've got all your sentiments, you've got your additions, your embellishments in there as well. I mean, look at that. Ahoy there. I love that. That's a good one. Absolutely brilliant. And of course your fairy tale castle, which you just showed us. They're $33.99 on their own. But how do you choose? I don't like choosing. I want it all. If you're like me and you love your craft and you want to accentuate it and make it go even further, I can see unlimited possibilities with these stamps. I really can. Shop stamp, $59.99 today. That's really, really good value. It really is. Quick refresh on the inks, literally. So we've got the metallics. That was your first set. This is the set that we've had traditionally before, but maybe you're new, and you would like to share these with you. Shop Metallic, $29.99. Then we've also got the brand new sets as well. That's Shop Pads, which I love. I absolutely love these.
Such fun, bright colours, aren't they?
Gorgeous, just zest into summer.
Yeah.
We have got the refills, so this is Shop Ink for set 1. And then, of course, we have Shop Refill for set 2. Right, we have I've got so many things to do. Okay, so up next we've got downloads at 12. That will be coming up within the next 10 minutes. Then we're back at 1.
We are.
But let's play this. Do you want to spin it? It's so exciting.
Go on, then.
So who are we drawing for a winner? DKC. Right, here we go.
2 hours later, the wheel's still spinning.
Spin the wheel. What is it? It's green.
Oh.
Spin again.
I'm not going to moan about that.
Come on.
Another little go.
Oh, we're on orange. No luck this time. Don't worry, friends. Don't worry. Next time, remember to pop spin into the comments, and of course, you'll be up for a chance. I like this. I'd be like, shall I do the washing up? No.
Not today. Maybe tomorrow.
Not today. For the last couple of minutes that we've got before we finish, I just want to have a look at some of these incredible samples that we've got from your design team.
We're so lucky.
Absolutely beautiful. And I love that you can take it in so many different directions. Absolutely incredible. I mean, look at this. I love that on the brick.
Yeah, again, keep it simple. Yeah. It doesn't have to be complicated. That's one of Nellie's embossing folders that John would bring to you.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Mixing and matching between your brands.
But look, you can just go so traditional with that beautiful deep embossing. Absolutely gorgeous.
Doesn't the cross look good here?
Oh, I love that cross.
Yeah, of course you lose a little bit of the detail with the embossing powder.
Yeah, but it's still
really
crisp.
pretty,
it's beautiful.
Looks like jewellery.
It does, doesn't it? You could probably make that into jewellery.
Yeah.
So remember to check out as soon as you can. You do have till 8 p.m. tonight, but don't leave it because it might not be there. We're going to be back at 1, causing more carnage and getting more inky fingers. Yeah. I don't even get any inky fingers. Have a look.
I'm not too bad.
Not too bad.
I do actually look a little bit like when I've done fingerprints at the police station, don't I? A little bit. They're very black.
Don't worry about it. It's the crafts police been onto you.
If they haven't, they probably should be.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my lovely. I hope you enjoyed that.
Thank you.
And remember, we're back at 1 and it will be downloads at 12. Take care of yourself and each other, and we will see you at 1. Bye.
Bye.